Hey there, folks. Foggy here. Welcome to day 304 of my year of solo board gaming. Happy Halloween, everybody. We are playing Horrified American Monsters, which is the sequel to Horrified. This is a much maligned sequel, as far as I can tell. I think there are a lot of people who weren't really fans of it, and I think it's pretty easy to see why. It is an overly complicated version of Horrified. I think one of the things that made Horrified so great is that it had a lot of variety, but it did not have a lot of complexity. Like, I think the mummy puzzle was the hardest thing to understand. But everything felt nice and varied. Everything felt really cool. This is a little bit more difficult. We are playing up against three horrified American monsters. We're playing up against Mothman, Jersey Devil, and Bigfoot. For Mothman, it's a fairly straightforward one. You just simply activate the trap. Once all four traps are activated, you can then defeat it with, I believe, yellow items totaling 10 or more. So once you have all that set, then you're good to go. Now we have traps here at the stadium, resort, general store, and campground. So that's going to be a little difficult to handle. One of the trickier things about the eye of moth about the Mothman is the eye of the moth, which basically the moth will basically cut through a bunch of people on the board and basically hit every single person along the way, including citizens. And so you can lose citizens that way. Then we've also got Bigfoot. Now, Bigfoot's tricky, especially in the solo game, because essentially every time Bigfoot activates, they roll their dice first, and any power symbols cause the terror to go up. It doesn't attack, it never attacks, and it won't roll dice if you're in the same place as Bigfoot. So if you can get to Bigfoot's location, you can keep it from rolling. And basically, Bigfoot then moves, leaves footprints. You use those footprints to basically keep things from going too crazy. Use the footprints to reveal parts of the photo, and at the high school, you then slide the photo around to reveal the actual Bigfoot photo. And then once it's done, you can use three green items, which I believe are these ones, the sort of teal ones, to then stop Bigfoot. Jersey Devil is the mystery one. With the Jersey Devil, the citizen cards are no longer in the deck. The citizen cards are actually separate, which means the deck is much shorter. It's shorter by 13 cards. And essentially, as you rescue citizens, you will then be able to bring them to their starting location. You get a perk, and you also reveal one of the clues. Once you reveal three clues, you'll know who the Jersey child is, who the 13th child is, and therefore who the Jersey Devil is. And you can then go and to their starting location and take them out. You don't have to actually have to have them on the board. So if it turns out Willie here, who starts at the tavern because he's a drunk, if he's already been rescued, you still go to the tavern and deal with him there, even if he's off the board. All right. So with that having been explained, let's go ahead and get started. And I think my first move, I've been trying to figure out the best way to do this. And I think what I want to do is I want to start. I obviously could do a lot of stuff here with picking up items, and that would actually be helpful. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start by activating this trap. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. The only reason I'm doing this is because I actually want to be on the spot where Bigfoot is, because Bigfoot will therefore not be able to roll dice, and I really don't want Bigfoot rolling dice. Our focus, I think, is going to be on Bigfoot to start, with a little bit of Mothman thrown in, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see. We're starting with Bigfoot. Remove all footprint tokens from the game board. Place Bigfoot at town center. Oh, for fuck's sake. Pardon my language there. We're also going to put 2 items on the board. On the plus side, he does not activate, but that is not what we were hoping for. Kind of wanted to be near him. Okay, Ranger Station. There's the Ranger Station. In addition, the Mothman will activate, as will the Jersey Devil, and both will go 1 space towards me. So the Mothman goes here, and the Jersey Devil goes here, but neither activate because I'm not on their space. So my turn is up next. I'm going to go 1 space here, activate this, pick this up, so I have something in my hands. I think I'm going to go here, and I'm going to use my perk right away. I'm going to go ahead and use this perk, which is Shelter. Skip the next monster phase and draw 2 items from the game board. From the item bag, not the game board. That was stupid. All right, we got a rifle, which will appear at the mansion. I did not think that there was a mansion in this game. There it is. There's definitely a mansion in this game. It's huge. And then that will appear there. And I should have these off to the side as well. All right, so we're skipping the monster phase. I think what I'm going to do... One, two, three. We're picking all these up. So that's 4. And then that's it for my turn. I was thinking that I would activate, choose a citizen card to put in play so that we could actually go ahead and try to save them. The advantage of doing the citizen card is that you then don't do a monster card at the end. And I think you put the citizen in play at their starting location. So you kind of want to be careful about that. So for example, like I could put Willie here at the tavern and then try to get him to the motel. That is going to be a little on the tricky side. I don't really want to do a whole lot of that, though. I kind of want to focus on getting Bigfoot taken care of, because I feel like, again, Bigfoot is the really dangerous one. All right, sorry, just reading that. So we are going to draw from the Monster Strike deck the Banshee of the Badlands. We don't worry about that. On the Banshee monster mat, blah, blah, blah. And then Bigfoot will activate by moving 1 and rolling 2. Now, Bigfoot does his roll in the opposite order and automatically moves the terror up by 1. You see what I mean? Does leave behind a footprint. We'll have him go this way. Let's see. Mothman will activate by going 1. We'll have Mothman go this way. There are two directions open. We'll actually have them go that way. And then nothing else. That's it. So I will go after the Bigfoot. I'll take that for 1. Oh, actually, before I do that, here, let's use my power to pick up 1, 2, 3. We immediately turn these in. It's not even an action. You just immediately turn them in and reveal a part of the photo. I think I'll reveal this one, which I think is in the right spot. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And then the last action will be 4. And now I'm in the spot with Bigfoot, so he can't activate again. Mothman. Place the eye of the Mothman token at my location. So that's now the intersection. We're also going to get 2 items out on the board. 1 for the bait shop and 1 for City Hall. Bigfoot activates. He does not roll dice. He does move 2 locations total. So we're going to have him move 1, 2. The reason I'm doing that is because then I think I can get that other monster trap open. Let's see. We're also going to move nobody else. That's it. And because he was on my starting location, I was on his location, he does not roll dice. So that is good. He does leave footprints behind, though. That was kind of sloppy of me. There we go. All right, so next turn, I'm going to go ahead and pick this footprint up. It comes back here. We'll go ahead and flip that over. This is looking really good. I did not set it up this way, but this is looking really good. That's 1, 2, 3. I think I picked these all up as one action. And I would love to set that trap, but instead I'm going to go here to the Bigfoot so that way he can't activate. All right, Jersey Devil. Move the Jersey Devil to the location of the citizen farthest away from the Jersey Devil's location at the current moment. Fortunately, not a problem. Bigfoot will activate and move 1 space. Does not roll dice, however, fortunately. Mothman will also activate because he is currently the frenzied monster. So the Mothman will go 1 towards me. All right. And no items come out onto the board. So I'm going to pick up the goat. Just get a nice little stockpile of items here. Oh, and this should have left a footprint behind because he moved. And because I picked up the goat, I also pick up the footprint, revealing yet another picture. There's that. So it looks like what's going to happen is we have to swap these 2. when you get here, you can either discard items to swap items or slide tiles around, and usually you're better off sliding tiles. This is going to be one of the few cases where it's going to be much better to just go ahead and swap 2 tiles. But that was 1 action. 2, 3 to activate that, and I think that's it. I'm not going to take my 4th action. I was hoping to get stuff from the bait shop, but I can't quite reach there, and I don't want to leave Bigfoot here. All right, 2 items come out. Chupacabra is the monster in play. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about that. Swimming Hole is going to get 1. And then Town Center is going to get a pig. There's a pig in Town Center. How nice. Jersey Devil is the only monster that activates. They'll come forward 1. And that's it. Now, I do have to be concerned about getting some citizens into the deck soon. But I think, again, we're going to focus mostly on trying to get Bigfoot taken out. And this is where it gets a little tricky. I don't want to... All right. 1, 2, 3, and then we can discard a tile. Now we need green items to deal with Bigfoot. It can be any 3 items. So we're going to set these aside. There's green item, green item, green item, green item. Good. We need yellow items to take care of Mothman. We actually need 10, like a total of 10. So fortunately, these 2 will be it. And then Mothman, we just need, Jersey Devil, we just need a ton to deal with. But it looks like my best bet is to use one of the goats. And that should have come right back over here. To go ahead and do the swap here. Oh, that does not get flipped yet. Sorry. That is going to get flipped. So now we just need to collect 1 more footprint and then we can take them out. That's all 4 of my turns though, and that it means we go to the next one. Ozark Howler, no items come out on the board. Jersey Devil will move 1 towards me and roll 2 dice, so I'm under attack now. That's not good. He does 1 hit. I'll go ahead and get rid of the walking stick torch, because I don't need that. And then the Frenzied Monster also moves 1. And does 1 damage. So we'll get rid of the goat. Okay. So we're going to pick 1 up. I'm going to pick up the binoculars from the secondary location here, and then to 3-4. 3-4. This will put me in the spot with Bigfoot. What I'm hoping here is Bigfoot activates. Place the Eye of Mothman at my location. Bigfoot does activate. He's not rolling any dice. He is moving 1 spot. And then the other 2 monsters do not do anything. He does leave a footprint behind. Okay, good. We are picking up the footprint. That will reveal the last location. We have our photo. Our photo is developed. Our second action will be to move here. We're going to take 3 items, and Bigfoot is off the board. I cannot tell you how satisfying that feels. I think the first time I played this, Bigfoot kicked my butt. It just automatically drove the terror level up beyond you can possibly imagine. But that was 1 to pick up, 2 to move, 3 to defeat. I still have a 4th move that I can do, and so I will move to here. Where we'll get ready to start the Jersey Devil aspect of this. Because the Mothman one is relatively straightforward. The Mothman is just simply get to this last location, open it up, but you still have to get the Mothman to your location. And I need to start getting some of these citizens out, because otherwise I'm never going to get, I'm going to run out of cards before too much longer. But we're at a monster activation phase. Bigfoot, we don't have to worry about that. Mothman and Jersey Devil both activate 1. We're going to have them move this way. They're coming after me, but they're coming in the wrong direction. Okay, so I'm going to move here. I'm going to activate a citizen. And who do I want to activate? I kind of want to activate somebody who's not going to be that difficult to move. And I apologize because this is going to take a little while to figure out. Nora starts at the diner and needs to get to the farm. So I'll have 2 moves remaining after this. So I can get to the diner and then on the next turn get her to the farm. That's not a problem. Melvin starts at the high school, which is right here, and is going to the ranger station, which might be nice because there's a bunch of items up there. Yeah, I think actually it might be him. My only concern there is that these guys are relatively close. The farmer is going from the swimming hole to the farm. Not a chance. Sydney is going from the resort, which is down here, up to the motel, so that's a no. We're going to look at Abe, who starts at the stadium, so that's a possibility. Or actually, no, starts at the cemetery and goes to the stadium. Where's the cemetery? Why do I not see a... here we go. Cemetery's there. Goes to the stadium. So despite the fact that it looks bad, it's actually the same as, I think, Nora. It's 2 spots away. It's only 4 moves to get there. So we'll consider that somewhat okay. Councilman Jimmy starts at City Hall. So right here. And then has to get to the mansion up here. That actually might be my best bet because I can just actually pick him up right now and we can start our way up there. And we'll be heading in a direction away from the monsters. Sorry, I know this is probably tedious to go through all of these like this, but I think it's helpful. Let's see, the sheriff will start... The sheriff is special. The sheriff starts at the sheriff's station, which is right here. The frenzied monster will move to the next... will change to Jersey Devil. And then each character will basically move one towards their final destination. Now, for him, it's the ranger station, so he would move one here. That could be really bad. The monsters will then attack. That's just going to be bad, I think. So the sheriff is probably somebody that we'll put off for some time. The park ranger starts at... Park ranger, much the same thing. She's going to start at the ranger station. She's trying to get to the campground. No matter how you cut it, that is just a bad situation. Willie, we already talked about, tavern to motel. Very similar to, I think we had a high school guy, Melvin, there. Same fun stuff there. Let's see, general store is where? General store's here. So our soda jerk has to start at the general store, but then get to the town center down here, which would put us in a nice position to get right back here to do the next one. Dr. Chalice is going to be at the hospital, which is where? And trying to get to the stadium. So here to here. That's not horrible. That's better than I would have thought. It's only going to be the frenzied monster that acts, and the frenzied monster is only going to go 1 spot. That might be my choice. Finally, the last 2 are going to be the grease monkey, who starts at the gas station and is trying to get down to the bait shop. That's a no. And then finally, the recluse is trying to get from the mansion down to the hospital. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go for the doctor. We're going to go see the doctor first. So we activate her. Her card comes out. We're going to place 3 items out on the board. Stadium gets 1. That's actually the stadium right there. Campground gets another. I drew 1 too many cards. We got a bear trap for the cabin. Right there. All right. So then the frenzied monster, which is the Mothman. Sorry, that was probably an annoying sound. Moves 1 location towards us. Doesn't really matter. And I still have 2 more moves to go, so 1 and 2. So now we start the next turn. We don't do a monster phase this time around. We are just simply going to go straight back to the high school. We're going to go... She is trying to get to the stadium, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We get a perk. Move an investigator up to 4 locations. I might do that really quick. Actually, no, I'm going to hold on to that because that's going to allow me to actually get somebody back to safety without using a move. And then we're also going to reveal a clue. Now, the first clue is jacket. That means the person in their picture here on the cards is wearing a jacket. We're going to move them off, but we're going to keep the card here. So we've got 1 person down. So we are at the end of our move, though, so we do a monster strike. We're going to bring 2 cards out. Jersey Devil does not move because there's no citizens out on the board. Which is good. We're going to get 1 for the town center, 1 for the diner. There's a goat in the diner. It's not being served for food. Mothman's going to go one location towards me. All right. So I'm going to go 1, 2. We're going to activate, there was somebody who gets put at the gas station, or no, the high school. I think we're going to do the high school. Who gets moved to the high school? That's going to be this guy. Wait, is that going to kill him instantly? Because the frenzied monster will act. So yeah, that's a bad choice. That's a bad choice. We are only going to get one move after this. That's the problem. So I kind of want it to be whoever's going to the gas station or the high school, but I don't think anybody's going for the gas station. Oh no, our grease monkey here is going to the gas station. So we would be able to pick him up. We don't have to worry about frenzied monster. And then on the next turn, I can use the card to get him to the bait shop. I could actually even do that this turn and still not do a monster strike and have, let's see, one there. Pick him up, use the card, move him all the way back. Start the next turn. 1, 2, 3, activate. It's gonna be this guy anyway. So no matter what. So let's get 3 more items out. High school. Let's see. Cabin. Sheriff station. Okay. So then we also place Gus at the gas station, which we've done. And then the frenzied monster gets to move 1, so they'll move like this in that direction. And then nobody else moves. So yay. All right, so I still had one final action, so I'm going to move like there. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be my entire turn. Or, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to use the perk at this point. We're going to go ahead and use that to move me, and it's not place. It's very important to distinguish between place and move. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've moved 4 spaces. Gus gets back safely, so we're going to get a perk. Supply drop, and then we're also going to find out ties. The person is wearing ties. We're going to go ahead and just use this immediately. Each player places and draws 1 item from the item bag. This is probably the least effective thing that we've got. Pistol from the sheriff station. All right. Now that was because we used a perk, so we haven't actually done any moves yet. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I think pick these items up. And then maybe on the next turn, I will get our high school guy to safety. No, that's not going to work, is it? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. So we are doing a monster strike, though. 2 items. Banshee activates. Doesn't really matter. The Mothman will activate, and this is where things are going to get interesting. Cemetery and Mansion. Mothman will come 1 and roll 2 dice and hopefully not get... Alright, so I gotta look up the rules on this power thing. Because the move Mothman along the shortest route to the eye of the Mothman, attacking everyone in its path. I assume I'm gonna get hit for 1 because I'm right at the start point. And then that's it. So the Mothman's gonna go down there. That was actually a huge plus for us. I think that was actually beneficial. Alright, so now we are at here. We are going to go ahead and place Melvin over here at the high school. We have 3 items that come out on the board. Is this going to move the Jersey Devil? I think that was the thing that I was concerned about, and I don't think so. I think it's the Ozark Howler that activates. That is the Ozark Howler. Okay. It'd be kind of unfair if the Jersey Devil were the one to activate. Police station, which is actually the sheriff station, and the swimming hole, which is down here. Okay. So, Mothman goes 1. Does not get to attack. So that was my first move. Second move is to go get this guy at the high school who is trying to get to the ranger station. And we're going to go this way. And that's as far as we get, unfortunately. So now we have to do... We did a monster card, so we don't do a monster strike. So that's good. We're going to go 1, 2. I'm going to get yet another perk. Infrared, place Bigfoot at any location or move any monster 3 locations. I'm going to save that one. That's going to be really helpful. Gloves. Okay. So he's back to safety. That was, let's see, 1, 2. Um, and now we have to go to the starting location of wherever this person is. So this is going to take a moment. We have to figure out who is wearing gloves, who is wearing a tie, and who is wearing a jacket. And I think that is going to be the recluse. Can I even tell if he's wearing a tie? This is one of those things where I find the graphics very frustrating. So he's tie and jacket, no gloves. There's no gloves, no gloves, no gloves, no glove, no love. He's got. Oh, I think this is much more. He's definitely tie, jacket, and gloves. So we want to get to the cemetery to deal with our good friend here. So I think what we're going to do. We have 2 moves left. We're going to head to the general store. We're going to go ahead and get a monster strike. 2 items come out. Mothman is going to move 1. This is going to go to town center. This is going to go to the bait shop. And then, yeah, Mothman is the only one that activates. We'll move him here, I guess. Yeah, that seems fine. It's not great. I was hoping I would actually be able to get him here. Oh, I still have to open up that location anyway, so that's fine. All right, so Jersey Devil. To defeat him, I still have to have 14 points worth of items, not counting the 10 I need to deal with our good friend there. So if I look at what I've got 6 and 6. So I need to open that, pick something up. That's 3 moves, and then I'll use that to pick up all those. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. Opening that, move, pick up, and then let's go ahead and pick up all these because these are a little bit harder to get to. Okay, so Monster Strike. Nothing comes out. Chupacabra moves. We don't care. Everybody else is going to move 3 locations. Oh, good lord. So 1, 2, 3, and then rolls 1 dice. Nothing. Thank heavens. Jersey Devil will also move 3 spaces. So we'll move here, but doesn't reach me. All right, so slight change of plans. 1, we use our perk to move a monster up to 3 locations. 1. As our second action, we are now going to defeat the Mothman. Let's see, we're going to spend 10 items total. We now have an exact 10 that we can spend, yellow items. That defeats the Mothman. We can move all of this stuff back. The Frenzied Monster moves here, and we are good. We'll take all the traps off the board. Take the Bigfoot off the board too here. And so now, that was 1 and 2. 1 to move, 2, we use the perk, and then 2 to defeat. We still have to get to the cemetery, so we're going to move here. Jersey Devil is the only monster left. And Jersey Devil will actually get to move twice because he is the only monster still in play, so he is the Frenzied Monster by default. That's going to go to the gas station. So he's going to end up where we are. Moves 1, doesn't attack. Moves 1, does attack. And then was going to roll 2 dice. Please do not get... Oh, bloody hell. All right, we're going to get rid of this. That's going to be the hit. Swap an exposed clue with a new face down clue. So that's really what I did not want, is to deal with this. So now we're going to have to continue our efforts to try to get it. And we are now at the point where we only have 4 cards remaining. This is not going to go well. All right, so we got to move here. We got to get a card out. Who are we going to get? Who are we going to get? I think we figured out that the farm is probably the best place. Like, so our... That was 1. We're going to use 2 to activate. Get her to the farm. But he is going to activate for 1. And I think he comes towards the hero before he comes towards the villager. So yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to put Nora into play. That is going to allow us to put 3 items out on the board. General store, motel, and stadium. He is going to move 1 space this way. He's going to roll 2 dice. Please do not roll. All right, I can deal with 2 hits. All right. And then as my last 2 moves, I will get over here to the diner, where I will pick her up. That ends my turn. I now have 4 moves to go. I have to get her to the farm. Is that correct? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's now saved. I get to reveal another clue. It's now glasses this time. I do get a perk as well. Place any investigator at any location. Yeah. Okay, so we have glasses, tie, and gloves now. Okay, so glasses, tie, and gloves. That is going to be our good buddy, the Grease Monkey. We have to go to the gas station to get there. We're not going to do it yet. We still have a monster strike to deal with. 2 items come down. Jersey Devil will get to move 1 spot. The reason I didn't want to do that is I did not want the Jersey Devil to move 1 spot onto me and then roll and get another exclamation point. So I have to do this whole freaking thing again. One problem with doing the Jersey Devil last is that you will never get these cards back into the deck. If you do the Jersey Devil first or second, you can get all these cards back, and that will help lengthen your time. But it doesn't really matter. Advanced chopper lift. We're going to end up at the gas station. We have found the location of the Jersey Devil. We have exactly enough items here. We have a pig, a rifle, and a pickaxe. We use the pig to lure the Jersey Devil out behind the building. Oh no, there's a pig. Yum, 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 yum. Pickaxe, which we've rigged, comes swinging down, traps him, traps his tail. Oh, you trapped my tail. I come around the corner with a rifle and go, I can't think of any good cheesy quips. Jersey Devil, what was the thing that Snooky want blast, blast, boom. And the Jersey Devil's dead. Wow, that's really good. It landed on his toes. It didn't that time. All right, and that's it. That is our special Halloween edition of this year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. This was fun. I actually enjoyed this a hell of a lot more than I did last time I played it. I think because I deliberately did not want to do the Banshee. I hate the Banshee. I don't understand the Banshee. I don't understand why it's in there, and I don't understand how it works, and I feel like it's just one of those things where it's just random luck. But this was... I felt like I had a little bit more of a strategy. I did get lucky. I got very lucky with the placement of the Bigfoot pieces. I will be honest. That was really lucky. But overall, I enjoyed this one. I thought this played a little bit better than last time. If I had my druthers, though, I think I would have saved Mothman for last. Because you do get that extra boost of pretty much all of these, like 9 extra cards gives you 9 extra turns, and that's huge. But folks, thank you for joining me, and I will be back again tomorrow.